Hi, I'm Leanne Ely. I'm a nutritionist, a New York Times best-selling author, and some people even say I'm a life coach. I started the Daily Dish Show to share my story, my truth, and my journey to vibrancy, and to inspire others to do the same. Because it's all about grit, perseverance, and finding a way despite the odds. It's about embracing the whole woman, not just the parts that are easy to love, and feeding her heart, mind, body, and soul. But I found that this isn't just my story, it's your story too. It's go time. This is the Daily Dish. It is the Daily Dish, and I'm so delighted to have you here, of course. Can you believe this fall stuff happening? I barely let go of summer, and here is fall in full glory. I'm posting pictures now on my Facebook profile. So if you are friends with me on Facebook, you're going to see them there. Might see some videos on TikTok of my nature walks. I had a really wonderful walk with Lincoln this morning. You know, sometimes we need to take these reflective walks and really think about where we're going, what we're doing, and all of that. And I had kind of an epiphany this morning. Want me to tell you a little story about it? Hello, Nancy. Hello, Mother Hen. Here's a cheers to you. So I was thinking about this morning, I was thinking about so many things. My brain just kind of, I'm ADD. Okay, whatever. My brain sometimes ping pongs all over the place. Hello, Jackie and Denise. But this morning I was thinking about full bloom. Somebody, I believe it was Susan, and she posted, this is our logo for Full Bloom. You can see that on the bottle of Crave Crusher. And she posted this and she said, oh, look, she had a picture, a Picasso painting. And I said that was where we borrowed our inspiration, if you will. But the meaning behind the logo is that one woman is giving the other woman some fully bloomed flowers, because flowers in their full bloomedness are in all of their glory. Yes, we do love rosebuds. They're gorgeous, but it isn't until they're fully bloomed that they're fully beautiful. And that's how I feel about women of, our age group. And I've been thinking about the story of Full Bloom, how we came to that conclusion of changing from phenomenal force to full bloom. I was thinking about how on my 60th birthday, a few years back, I had this idea. I woke up with a start that I don't want to leave a legacy. I want to live a legacy. And all these thoughts came into my mind and came full circle when we finally got the Full Bloom logo and kind of changed our path a little bit. But one of the things that has just really been burning in my heart for you and for me and for our community is that we see ourselves in our fully bloomed state, regardless of where we are in our lives, regardless of how we are walking and what needs fixing or doesn't. There's a whole lot of wisdom there if you are a woman past a certain age. And I'm not even going to say the age, because the age isn't important. What is important is that the experience is brought forth and sitting in your soul and ready to be deployed in the way of love, not advice, not telling others what to do, not being perpetually the crone on the hill, not that, but instead allowing our edges to soften, our hearts to open, and our empathy to pour forth in such a way that our lives just become a shining, fully bloomed picture of love. And that's a huge order, isn't it? It's a huge order. But I believe that that's our call in life. That's why we talk about living vibrantly, heart, mind, body, and soul, because we cannot divorce ourselves from any of that. That is the full picture of who we are as women of a certain age. So I invite you into just really, I would love to just invite you into these thoughts to contemplate this for yourself and ask yourself, what does it mean for me to live a fully bloomed life? Are there areas that I'm not blooming? Are there areas where I'm fully bloomed, but other areas are being neglected? As women, and you know this, we have this intense drive to take care of everyone else. Everyone else. It becomes so habitual. And maybe it's what we need to do when we're, taking care of children and infants and pets and homes and husbands and all of the rest of it. And then later on, too, when we have to take care of our elderly parents. But where is the place where we step into our wisdom and we start to see and notice ourselves? If we're here on purpose and for purpose, it's time to step into that place of wisdom, even if you're still in a season of taking care of someone or something, even if you're in that season. Because I believe the wisdom is right there in front of you, even if you feel like you're just grasping at straws, even if you feel like you're doing the same old thing, even if it feels like a hamster wheel. I promise you that the wisdom is there. And I saw it in the trees today. I saw it in the blue sky. I saw it walking my dog today. I saw it when I stopped and just felt all of autumn all around me and just really appreciated and had such gratitude in my heart for all that I have. So much. And you do too. And that's probably just a bunch of rambling gobbledygook, but I had to share my heart for you this morning. It was quite a thing, quite a walk, good walk this morning with Lincoln. We doubled down on our time today and took a really nice long walk, and it felt really good. Anyway, welcome to all of you. And Nancy, I know you were living in full bloom. I am a witness for all of that. I see also our lovely friend Jackie and Denise. Hello, welcome. Jocelyn, it's so good to have you here. The dream team is here. You've got Amber and you've got Jenny. Our Lindsay is off at camp, whatever that is, but she's off doing her thing with her family this week. Vicky's in the house, Corliss, and boy, it's so good to have you all here. And I know there's some other ones that haven't just said hello. Yesterday, we had I don't know who was there for the Cravings Workshop. That was also something that kind of tipped me because I thought about how, speaking of hamster wheels, how cravings can be that just awful hamster wheel and how it pulls us away from our purpose and how it keeps us from that vibrant life that we want to live. It's a constant battle. It's a constant thing. And so when I was thinking about, like last night's, how many of you were there last night? Oh, Nancy, I was so glad you were here. Patsy, I know you were there as well. But, and I've noticed this morning, people are still, going and purchasing the workshop. I felt like it had a lot there. And I mean, there was still so much for me to say. I was looking at my notes and I thought, oh, I didn't say any of that. There was more. I could have been there for 3 hours talking about this. But the thing that I have noticed is this, that when we are obsessing in our brains about one thing and we have this pattern going on, we are missing out on the life in front of us because there's this whole, party, and maybe it's a negative one going on in our heads. And my heart is to bring you into the present so that you're not having and entertaining all these thoughts and having to deal with this stuff on repeat. Because on repeat, it takes away that vibrancy. One of the things that, and I'm going to share this other quote with you that I shared last night, was that a Robin Sharma quote, which is one of my favorites. And what you focus on grows, what you think about expands, and what you dwell upon becomes your destiny. And I don't know how you feel about this, but for me, getting off the carousel of crazy and the carousel of crazy cravings and the carousel of nonsense where it's all wrapped around what's on the end of your fork is just no way to live. It's just not. That's what you dwell on. That becomes your destiny and you don't get out of it. So breaking free from this is our pathway to wisdom. It's our pathway to living a fully bloomed life. Um, Life's too short to just have it all be about food and cravings, isn't it? Pinky's up if you agree with me on that one. And sorry to go off on you on that, but it's just been on my heart and been thinking about a lot of things. And I don't think I've quite got it all out, and I haven't yet journaled today. So, that's after the show. I'm going to be hitting it. And my morning ritual did not happen this morning. So sometimes my morning ritual becomes a morning and afternoon ritual. So there you go. If you were there at the workshop, I gave you a code that's going to give you 15% off nearly everything in the shop. So don't forget to check your email to go get that code. I'm not going to give it out, of course. And that ends tomorrow night. So get on that so that you can get that. We also have a brand new Cravings. We're calling it this, what are we talking? Control Cravings Kit. And that's at savingdinner.com/control. Now, I'm telling you about this simply because this is a brand new kit that we put together, and it's a combination that absolutely works. It's what I use personally for myself. And, somebody who's been a sugar addict twice, I don't ever want to go there again. So this is my insurance plan, if you will. Go check it out. All right, let's go ahead and bring on the TikToker. What do you think? You ready to do that? We're going to be talking about, are you ready for this? This is some good stuff here. Strength training isn't just for your biceps, okay? We're talking about that. And our quote of the week is this: be stronger than your strongest excuse and be greater than your most negative voice. We all have the tendency to be negative, don't we? It's easier to be negative. It's easier to see the bad stuff. But I will tell you that when you decide and you make the decision to be stronger than any of the excuses you put out, you're going to find yourself in a place of absolute peace and freedom, living a fully bloomed life vibrantly. Promise. Also, by the way, too, I didn't tell you, this is our old journal, but my new journal is upstairs waiting for me. We have the Take Back Your Life journals at savingdinner.com/journal. If you want to get your act together for the rest of the year, that's the place to go. There's a teaching that goes with it, the whole 9 yards. So it's there for you. Yesterday, we were talking about the process of wisdom and how it's created from belief. Well, today, we're going to be talking about how our beliefs need to be girded up, just much like exercise. Exercise girds up your body. Exercise strengthens your body and your mind, by the way. Did you know that the number one way to prevent Alzheimer's is to exercise? And they've shown that people who have greater leg strength and a good grip are people who are going to be way less apt to have Alzheimer's. I love stuff like this. I want to know these things. So get out there and get stronger. Strength matters. Yes, it does. And you know what? This is the whole thing about exercise. And you've seen this. Hey, Amber Lou over there. Amber Tracy Lou. I love that. Isn't that such a cute name? But this is the thing that is so interesting. When you are doing strength training, I mean, sometimes it can be boring. I have that. I have that on my, I do deadlifts and squats, squats and lunges. Those three things. It's just going to hike your hiney up. It's going to strengthen your quadriceps, which is one of your biggest muscles. And then when you're doing those lunges, which are absolutely awful, I hate those. I mean, does anybody like lunges? No one I know likes lunges, especially if you're holding weights and doing it. But lunges is going to work your butt and it's going to work your entire upper leg. It's incredible stuff. And it makes you stronger. So as I'm doing those on repeat every other day, and I will tell you, I love to do upper body stuff. I think that's fun. I hate lower body. It's just me. It's not fun, but I like the results. My butt's not hanging down to my knees. Yay. So this is something that this is something that we have to do. This is something that we have to do on repeat so that we can build muscle. Muscle doesn't build itself. Muscle has to have a little action put toward it. And that's what strength training does. And this is precisely also how we strengthen our vibrant belief system, because vibrant beliefs are not created in one shot. You don't just sit there and go, here's a vibrant belief. You have to put it on repeat. That's why affirmations are so absolutely life changing. They strengthen your mind, they create neural pathways, they do all the things. This is something that we need to know and we need to practice and we need to have action toward, so that we can have strengthened minds. I don't know about you, but as a woman of a certain age, I want a strong mind. I want a strong mind, a strong grip, and strong legs. I want to walk through this life with wisdom, making good decisions for myself, for my family, for everything. But I need things added into the equation so that I can do it. Strength training for my brain. That's how that works. So vibrant beliefs are going to support the vibrant life we all desire in this life. Amen? Of course. And I found the greatest strength that I have for myself, again, part of my whole self-discovery, part of using journaling and meditation and using my Take Back Your Life journal and all of the rest, which, by the way, is a great way to create the best goals that you will go and hit in 12 weeks, by the way. The greatest, and I think maybe it's a superpower that I have, is a very strong belief in myself. It doesn't waver that much. It doesn't waver that much. There's times when I feel a little sorry for myself, or I'm not feeling great or whatever, but I made a decision about myself. If I'm here on purpose and for purpose, which I believe with all of my heart, then it's up to me to believe in this little bodysuit of mine and what's inside of me to get her done. It's up to me. So I have, I kind of wrote this down in my journal. I'm going to share it with you. And I said, I have tenacity for my break fast. I have perseverance for lunch and consistency for dinner. And for dessert, I get a triple serving of grit. Now, this is not, of course, my meal plan per se. It is my menu for my brain, though. That is something I have made a decision about. And there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it, that I will stay the course. I'm going forward. I'm choosing me too, Patsy. Hi, Ann. Good to have you here. And Alice. That's how we get it done. That's how we become the women that we're supposed to have. So this is neural pathway brain training. This is on my menu. Why don't you put it on yours? Put this on your menu. Tenacity for breakfast, perseverance for lunch, consistency for dinner, and for dessert, a triple serving of grit. Because when you have grit, you don't have quit. And you see inside of you all of the things, all of the raw materials that have been given to you so that you can become the woman you're meant to become. You're not here on accident. No one here is a biological accident. Everyone here is here on purpose and for a purpose. And in order to stay the course, in order to have the life that's worth living, we have to find this within ourselves. And I promise you, you have it, we all have it. It's a decision that we make. So optimism is a part of this, and it's a choice, and it's a part of the decision. So when we decide on what we're going to do, what we're going to think, and if these things are serving us, then we're going to make a great big huge U-turn, right turn, left turn. We're going to usually change our paths. And the reason being is because we want to become stronger, more vibrant, more full of wisdom, and living a life that is a declaration of the love that's inside. Like I told you about my walk earlier today. So how do we strengthen a powerful belief in ourselves? How do we do that? How do we make a decision that what's on the menu for our brains today is tenacity and perseverance and making different decisions than we've made before? How do we do that? Number one is we have to set goals. Do you know without goals, you're aimless? It's like getting in the car and saying, I want to go to Ohio, but you have no earthly idea except Ohio is somewhere out west from where you're living. That's all. How long is it going to take you before you're finally on the road if you're just going to try to just drive and figure it out? Don't you think it'd be a little bit better to GPS that sucker? That's what a goal will do. A goal will help you to shortcut where it is that you want to go instead of freelance, boop, 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 boop. We're just all over the place doing absolutely nothing. Someone's hitting it, most of the times not. We get frustrated and then we dump the whole thing. How helpful is that? So we need to set goals. Goals create the journey and teach us all along the way, even before we hit our destination. That's the cool thing about goals. Number 2 is to find your passion. Love what the heck you're doing. And you know what? That could be wiping a baby's butt. It could be. That could be that you have a lot of housework, a lot of children, a lot of stuff going on. And you could be throwing the stuff in the washing machine going, oh, these stupid kids, they're so dirty. What the heck? And this, that, and the other thing. That was me in my 30s with my children until one day it brought me to my knees with recognizing that they are growing up so fast. Because as I was going through their laundry, I would start to sort it out and go, oh my gosh, they can't even wear this anymore. It's too small, right? And it made me recognize that I need to be blessing these little souls as I put their dirty clothes in the laundry. That I don't have a child sitting in a bed right now in a hospital with a beeping monitor going off and some kind of scary disease. I've got kids running around outside with goats, and enjoying the nature and having a life that's beautiful. We can look at our lives as either a blessing or drudgery. And the chores that we have to do with it, well, we can look at those as a blessing as well. Even when you're cleaning toilets, it's your choice. Number 3, be a helper for yourself and for all. Can I just tell you that oftentimes we forget to help ourselves? We forget to help ourselves. We're so worried about everyone else. This is so many women. And it starts early and it goes all the way through, and then we forget and we forget and we forget about ourselves. And I say, start helping yourself and help others as well. But your oxygen mask has to go on first. That way you have something to give. When we stretch and stretch and stretch and give and give and give, there is nothing left. Nothing. So if it lights you up and strengthens your belief and does good, and it's helping you as well as others, good for you. Because remember this, when you understand that you are here on purpose and for purpose, that's going to change what it is that you do. Because you count too. You count too. Do not take yourself out of the equation. Number 4, keep good company. Keep good company. Have you noticed that when you hang around with people who are so negative, what happens? You come back and you're just like, oh my gosh, I've had people like that in my life. I've come away from social situations. I almost want to take a shower just to get the negativity off. You need to be around people who are like you, always learning, always a student, always pursuing their passions and their purpose in life. That means that they're readers. That means that they're questioning. That means that they live from the heart. And that they're open, willing, and seeing and looking for possibilities. What a way to live, right? What a way to live. Make sure you're in a good community, and if you don't have one, we have one on Facebook. It's called the Hot Melt Sprint, but I'll tell you, there's some really good women in there, amazing women. Number 5 is grit, not quit. Stubborn, obstinate, tenacious, those words should be used not to talk about who you are, but what you're about. You don't give up. You don't quit on yourself. You stay the course. This describes your doggedness to go forth and to do things that need to get done for yourself, for others in your family. I can tell you story after story of people that I have known that have stayed the course with a doctor, stayed the course with a mode of whatever was going on with them. I can't tell the story because it's personal, but this in the bottom of your heart, that when you stay the course, when you keep asking the questions, you will get the answers. Everything in this life, to quote Marie Forleo, is figure outable. Everything. And she who stays the course, she who never quits on herself, she who has got a triple serving of grit for dessert, she's the one who's going to get it done. She's the one who's going to find out. And I'm going to tell you right now, wise women never quit on themselves. Because we might be wondering about strength training. We might be thinking that strength training is for everyone else. It's for you. It's for your body. And it's especially for your brain. The belief system that you're charging up right now, the belief system that you're building up right now is going to help you live a more vibrant life on purpose and for purpose. That's a promise. That's how it works. So thank you for joining me today. I really appreciate all of you. You know that. And if you want to, you can still go get yesterday's live workshop on Stop the Cravings. We still have people buying it. You know, you'll still get the amazing handouts. You'll still get the special shopping code to get 15% off everything in the on the website. And you'll still get all kinds of goodies. You'll see. Go to savingdinner.com/craving workshop. Peace be with you. I appreciate you. Bye-bye.
Thank you for joining me today. You can find me on TikTok for daily tips to help support your most vibrant life. And remember, you are the author of your own story. Until next time.